Okay, so this is a program, and it is what you would call an invoice creator. It will allow you to create invoices on the fly and also be able to view them at the same time. So if you did 20 invoices for the day, you can always go back and review any particular invoice that you want to review. I'll give you an example. Click on search, the tab search. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 invoices that were previously created. Now all you have to do is just double click and it will appear over here. So if you look over here, it gives you the name of the company, the name of the client / customer, vehicle name, license number, contact details, what was changed on the vehicle. So we changed air filter, oil filter, we changed oil, we did some brake cleaning, and we washed the windshield. As it relates to labor, we did general service and tune-up check, remove, clean, and replace plugs. We change oil and oil filter and air filter, engine oil, yeah. And we check radius pads, clean and adjust. And if you scroll down, you see where it talks about a discount in the labor, 10% by 10%, which is $5,400. Also said that we vacuum and we wash and vacuum unit of $600. It tells you the price, total price for the parts used, total labor, which is this plus this, GCT, that, and total 16,158. Okay, so this was from Michael Sinclair. So let us go ahead and create another invoice. Give an example of how the process works. Let's say Aaron Myers. Vehicle could be a Nissan Sunny 2010. I always enter one extra number. Alright, license number could be 6743 WQ. Contact details could be 325 7689. Okay, so that's the contact details. Now let's look at the parts. Now if you look at these, you see an arrow. What it also allows you to do is to, instead of having to be typing, you can preset what are the things that you're going to be using in the vehicle. So if you look in these drop downs, these are the different things that will be done to the vehicle. Now there's another section of the program that will allow you to enter all of these items that you'll be using. So let's go ahead. So we're going to change air filter, we're going to change oil filter. Now if you look, each time that you enter or select an item, the price comes over here. So these are preset prices, so if you want, you can always change these values to whatever value you think is the correct value. Now let's go on. We're changing oil, brake cleaner, windshield wash. It's important that you put in quantity, so let's put 1 for now. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so we have completed the parts section. Now we're moving on to the labor. Okay, so for labor, you say, okay, we're going to do general service, tune and check. Next, we're going to do remove, clean and replace spark plugs. And we're going to change engine oil, oil filter and air filter. And we're going to check front disc pads, clean and replace. Alright, so for now we're just focusing on 4 items. We have as much as 8, and we can additionally program to have as much as you would need. Okay, additional labor. Additional labor means that, additional things that you will be doing for the customer / client. So we're going to wash and vacuum the unit for them. Okay, upon selection, once you exit, it puts in a default price. You can always change this price to whatever price you think is the right price. Okay, right here, you can enter what you think is your overall labor cost for the job that has been done. And here, you enter what % discount that you're going to give the client. Now, these 2 values are what will end up on the invoice. So if you look here, where you see discounting the $6,000, and you give it a 10% discount. So if you put this at 15%, and it's going to come out at 15 on the invoice for Aaron Myers. But for now, let's let all the default values stay. Okay, so once you have completed all the data entry, all you do is just you press process, which means that you want to turn all of this information into an invoice. So you click process and it says new record added. Okay, now that was for Aaron Myers. So let's go to search. If you look at search, you see Aaron Myers. It also tells you what the license plate number is. If you double click on Aaron Myers, you will see the invoice for Aaron Myers. So if you come over here, you see Aaron Myers, Nissan Sunny 2010, license plate number, contact details, price of the different parts that were used, what was done for labor, and the vacuum wash and cleaning up the unit. And yeah, so this is the invoice. So what happens is that as you create an invoice, it gets stored in the database, and it's under the search tab. You can always come and click on that particular invoice to see the details. And over here you have print. Yes, change the print format. So let's do the zoom a bit, 75%. Okay, so depending on which printer you're connected to, you can always do a print to that particular printer. On my machine, I have what I call a PDF creator. So instead of printing, I could create a PDF file that I could send by email to a client. So upon clicking print, it tells you yes, it's printed, and it's going to ask you where you want to save it. Let's give this a name. Backspace 45. Save. Okay, so I save it in a folder on my machine, and then it's going to come up as an invoice. I guess a few seconds. So it's pending. Let's go and find it. There are times when it automatically brings it up for you. I stored it in backup. It's report 45. And let's open this with Adobe. Okay, so I'll use Adobe to open the invoice, and let's say 75%. Okay, so you can open this in an Adobe document, and you can send this by email to the client. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, so this is our invoice creator.